Hello, everybody. How are you doing? It's Pastor Sean, and this is Holy Humor Sunday, the Sunday after Easter. So, what do you think? You like the blonde? I think it's working for me, don't you? And what about my stole, my chicken and egg stole? It's pretty cool, right? Well, okay. So, if you don't like blonde, what about purple, lavender? What do you think? Is that better? Maybe that's better. Maybe you'd rather this stole. I suppose it goes a little bit better with the purple. Stole with handprints on. What do you think? Pretty good? Good choice for Holy Humor Sunday. So what is Holy Humor Sunday? It's the Sunday after Easter. Because we all come out on Easter, we celebrate, we sing songs, we thank God that Jesus was raised from death, and we have our egg hunts, we eat dinner with our friends and family, and then we go home, and it's like the next Sunday, the Sunday after Easter, nothing special happened. But really, every single Sunday is Easter. Every single Sunday, we are celebrating because God raised Jesus from the dead. So I'm going to share with you the Easter story of Jesus' resurrection and then another story of Jesus appearing to the disciples. So here we go. Remember, this is the Beginner's Bible. Most of you received this when you were baptized. If you don't have your own Beginner's Bible or a Bible that's good for your age, give us a call at church and we'll make sure you get one. Jesus is risen. After Jesus died, some of his friends laid his body in a big tomb. They sealed it shut with a large round stone. Soldiers guarded the tomb. 3 days later, the earth shook. An angel of the Lord came down from heaven and pushed the stone away from the tomb. Then the angel sat on the stone. When the soldiers saw the angel, they fell to the ground. So even though they're soldiers, they were afraid. Mary was walking to the tomb with some of her friends. This is Mary Magdalene. They saw the angel who said, "Do not be afraid. Jesus is not here. He has risen. Go and tell Peter and the other disciples that Jesus is alive." On their way, the women saw Jesus. They fell to their knees and worshiped him. Jesus smiled and said, "Go tell the others that I will see them in Galilee." So Mary ran to tell the disciples. And guess where the disciples were? They were hiding in a room with a locked door, because just like the soldiers, they were afraid. They weren't afraid because they knew Jesus was alive. They were afraid because they thought Jesus was dead, and the people who killed Jesus will be coming after them to kill them too. So here's that story. Later on Easter Day, Jesus returns. The disciples had locked themselves in a small room because they were afraid the leaders would send soldiers to arrest them. Suddenly, Jesus appeared to them. He said, "Peace be with you." They thought he was a ghost. But Jesus said, "Touch my hands and my feet so that you will know it is really me." The disciples cheered. They were very, very happy to see Jesus again. And of course, we can understand that. But then, when a few of the disciples, or one disciple in particular, wasn't in the room with the other disciples, that was the disciple Thomas. Now, he's often called Doubting Thomas, but Thomas really was very brave. Although the disciples didn't understand it, when they were walking to Jerusalem and Jesus kept talking about dying, Thomas was the one who said, "Well, if Jesus is going to die, we should go and die with him." So he had a lot of faith in Jesus. For some reason, Thomas wasn't hiding in the room with the others when Jesus appeared, so Thomas had questions. He said, "Until I see Jesus myself, I won't be able to believe that he's raised from the dead." And I think most of us would feel the same way. When someone dies, we know we won't see them again until we die too and go to heaven. So I can understand why Thomas had questions, and that's now why he's called Doubting Thomas. But Jesus appeared to the disciples later when Thomas was with them, and when Thomas saw Jesus and saw the wounds in Jesus, hands and feet, he said, "My Lord and my God." He knew Jesus was raised from the dead, and Thomas was thrilled that Jesus had returned to be with them. So that's why every Sunday is Easter. Every Sunday we celebrate and give thanks to God that Jesus was raised from the dead so that we don't have to worry about living in sin and being separated from God. Jesus destroyed anything that would keep us from being with God and from having a relationship with God. That's the good news of today, Holy Humor Sunday, when we should be filled with joy and laughing because Jesus is risen. And it's the theme for every Sunday. And in fact, every single day, we can be filled with joy. We can do silly things. We can be fools for Christ, as the Apostle Paul says, because Jesus lives. And we can live with Jesus. Thanks be to God. Happy Easter, everyone. See you soon.